Well, thank you so much. Yes, I just want to say I'm Dr. Leticia Adelaide Appiah. I'm a medical doctor primarily, and then I have a PhD in population, family, and reproductive health. And so what I have is what I'm going to be giving. He has gone through a lot, and I will not attempt to go his way. And so, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the chair of PPD is not here, so I'm here to talk about domestic mobilization, because it is important that we look at domestically before we go out for all that. And in 2021, I was privileged to have Prof from Indonesia, colleagues from Senegal and Rwanda join us during our first demographic summit in Ghana. And I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be taking a lot from that communique we had. So we looked at domestic funding, and we actually looked at cost savings, because most of the time when the economists talk about funding, they just talk about how much is coming, but we do not look at cost savings as funding. And if we want it sustainably, then cost savings is something that we looked at during that summit. It was very well attended, as I said, from Indonesia, Senegal, Rwanda, and also from the UN agencies, the ministries, and all that. I don't want the moderator to time me out, so I'll be very short. We had a presentation by one of our professors, a health economist at the School of Public Health, Legon, and he did this estimation that for 2020 alone, the direct cost of complications associated with high-risk pregnancies in Ghana was between $17.6 million to $45.7 million. And in medicine, when we talk about high-risk pregnancies, we talk about pregnancies that are too early, teenage pregnancies has come up, pregnancies that are too close, pregnancies that are too many, and pregnancies that are too late. That is why I give the preamble of my profession, so you understand where I'm coming from. And when we look at the demographic and health survey report, about 50% of our pregnancies fell into these high-risk pregnancies. And the direct cost associated with the complications, that is in 2020 alone, was between $17.6 million to $45.7 million US dollars. And with a 5-year projection between 2016 to 2020, the direct cost amounted to about $85 million to 223 million. So these are cost savings. You're talking about domestic funding. Cost saving is part of it. Aside from the direct cost, complications associated with high-risk pregnancies also result in significant productivity losses. And that estimated was about 86 million to 200 in 2020 alone. So, following up from my presentation yesterday, this is the cost of inaction, maintaining the status quo where we have high-risk pregnancies, maintaining them high, it's expensive. And so to lighten the mood a bit, I would just want to quote from Dolly Parton, who said, "It costs a lot to look this cheap." Are you excited? Are you? Yes. He says it costs a lot to look this cheap. It is a very expensive venture to be poor. So is it worth it? So the concerns we are expressing, even as we look at domestic funding, we have to look at domestic savings with our habits. Because yes, I think the funders who are here, many of them, Southside Corporation, should hold us to it. As UNFPA is talking about matching funds, I think even when we come for funding from all these beautiful donors, we should match it with reduction in teenage pregnancies. And so your reduction in teenage pregnancy should be the gateway to funding. So I said I'll be very brief and very short. And I would say that, is this cost worth it? Success comes from choosing hard over choosing easy and wrong. And I think we staying with teenage pregnancies and the high-risk pregnancies is actually choosing easy and wrong, and it's making us look poor at a very expensive cost. Thank you for your attention.